Welcome back, folks. For now, the market is still holding flat, but the Bank Nifty is still under a bit of pressure. So there are stocks that surge and there are stocks that create wealth. Cosmo Films is one of them. In fact, a year back, I think Cosmo Films was at 450 rupees. Today, the stock is at 1400, so it's been a triple bagger in just 1 year. It's been a good set of earnings as well for the company. So Q1 profits have jumped 85% year on year, and it's a strong EBITDA that the company has posted on the back of its specialty sales business. Basically, the packaging films business has done very well post-COVID. Pankaj Poddar, who is the CEO of Cosmo Films, joins us now to talk about that. Mr. Poddar, good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I want to understand a little bit about this demand that you got from packaging films, because expectedly during the COVID phase, anything and everything was being packaged. So there was this boost in demand. But now that things have sort of normalized, have you seen demand peter off? And what could a realistic growth rate be for you?
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon to all the viewers. So see, Cosmo is not just into packaging films. We are also into industrial films, into lamination, label films. So there's a very strong portfolio of films that we have, including synthetic paper. So yes, the demand for packaging is growing, but for us, the results are not just driven by packaging, but also growth in synthetic paper, lamination, labels, and so on. So basically, our specialty growth journey is going exceedingly well for us. In the Q1, based on the corresponding quarter of last year, we grew by 20%. And that's leading to this improvement in the financial numbers.
Okay, Mr. Poddar, so then, tell us this. I was looking at the margin profile as well. I mean, I was looking at full year numbers. FY21, your top line grew, a modest 4%. But there was a huge amount of margin expansion. From 12% you went to 17%. This quarter, the EBITDA margin is almost 20%. So are these sustainable levels? How is the raw material profile moving, and what should we expect here?
Yeah, so it is largely driven by three factors, I would say. The first factor very clearly is the growth in the specialty. We are continuously moving quarter on quarter and improving our specialty growth. Even versus Q4 of last year, there's a good growth in Q1. So that's first point for us. The second thing is the demand overall for the film industry is very positive. And therefore, the margins in the domestic and export margins are running at a very healthy level. And they are expected to stay at healthy level because there are not many lines coming worldwide. But it's obviously very difficult to predict in terms of how the margins for the overall film will stay. And the third is that we're taking a lot of initiatives on improving the sustainability. And some of these initiatives are also helping us reduce cost because we are able to reduce our conversion ratios, the wastages, reprocess some of it, reduce the packaging cost here and there. So a lot of these sustainability initiatives are also helping us to reduce the cost. So I would say these are the three main reasons for our profitability to go up.
You just mentioned specialty films. Just a quick follow-up, and that's a growing segment for you. It's the high margin. How much of your sales is specialty right now, and how much would you hope to grow it by, say, end of the year?
So in value terms, it has already exceeded 80%. And if I talk about last year, in volume terms, it was 52%. And as I already said, that Q1 to Q1, we grew by 20%. So both in volume terms it's growing, and value terms, again, it's growing very well for us.
Okay. Your numbers for FY21 now come on a high base. You have a lot to achieve in FY22. Your profit was up 100-odd%. What can you achieve in, say, an absolute number or maybe a percentage figure on your profit this time?
So because of the SEBI guidelines, we cannot make forward-looking statements. But all I can say is that we are progressing very well on our specialty margins. The other packaging segment is running very healthy. Overall basis, we continue our journey on the cost reduction. So overall, we are seeing a stronger performance internally.
Okay. I just had a quick follow-up with regards to two segments that you have. Synthetic paper, which is basically, an alternate to durable paper, which is available. And also your pet care segment, which you were expected to launch in Q2. An update on these two.
Yeah, so synthetic paper, in spite of the fact that there was a lockdown in the country and the world at large, This segment also goes into restaurants and a lot of other areas, university certificates. In spite of that, we had a good growth in the synthetic paper because we are opening up a lot of new segments. In fact, even in the retail where it goes into tags and labels, retail was closed largely in the Q1. But in spite of these factors, a lot of new applications we are able to develop on this. We continue to launch newer product lines within the synthetic paper range, and therefore it's growing very well for us. We have also recently came out with a synthetic paper which can print on all types of laser printers, and we can obviously look at putting this paper into into the consumer segment and the office segment as well. But overall segment is growing well. Talking about our pet care initiative, we have named it as Zigly. The first store as well as the website will be up and running in the Q2, and the app will be running in the Q3. As a part of this Zigly business, the pet care business, we are going to launch multiple services for the customers, as well as a whole range of SKUs and some lot of new variety that consumers in India have not yet seen. So all that would be available both online and offline.
Okay, there is a new product as well, right? The after-wash laundry sanitizer that you've launched, Fabritizer. I want to understand a little bit about that market itself, because in this post-COVID world, that's something I assume gets a lot of demand. What kind of investments are you putting in here? Is this going to be a big part of your business? And, what does the future potential look like?
Yes, so we started textile chemical division. I mean, we decided to start it 2 years back. We started working on it. We did a lot of research. And I'm very happy to share that by now we have 20 plus products launched under textile chemical category. There are more than 10 products which got GOTS approval. So when COVID happened, year and a half back, we said that we need to give something back to the society. We actually worked on multiple things. We worked on a mask, we worked on a gown, we worked on this textile chemical. So whatever we had knowledge of, we deployed our research and development, and eventually we said that this product makes a lot of sense. Initially, it was a B2B product. So we have a textile chemical which can give a 50 wash proof against, all types of viruses, the bacteria and so on and so forth. So initially, it was a B2B product for the industrial application, which obviously we are talking to various garment processors and the brands. But we said that why should we not launch it as a consumer product as well? Maybe every household, it will do very well for us. And we give a very nice claim that even after washing for 7 days, it will continue to fight against viruses and germs. Actually, up to 7 days, it gives a 99.9% protection, and it continues to give protection even beyond 7 days. It's just that the protection slowly goes down and it stays for a very long period on the clothes. So it's a very nice and we are all used to disinfectants from our childhood, and viruses are here to stay. We are seeing that over last 15, 20, 30 years, different versions of viruses are coming and affecting the humankind. Okay. And therefore we felt that this is something which can be a good disinfectant for the consumers. It's a new claim. We obviously have also applied a patent on this product. The product is tested in the US lab and in Indian lab.
Sure.
And we launched it 2 months back.
Okay, all right, Mr. Poddar, we're going to leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking with us. So that's Cosmo Films. Stock is up 5.7%. Need to take a short break, but we'll get chatting with the management of Greenply on the other side. Stay tuned.